it is chances of going into the mouth. So it is going to infect nose and the kidneys also. So nowadays they are saying not only the cervical, it can cause other genital lesions. It can even cause anal cancers. It can even anal cancer homosexuality. Yeah. It can even cause lesions or condylomas around this, neoplastic lesions around the mouth also, oral squamous cell carcinomas. So it is responsible for many lesions, not only cervical cancer. So remember this thing. It can cause, wherever the infection goes, it can cause havoc. This is the beauty again of Islam. Why it prohibits the oral sex, why it prohibits the homosexuality. These are all bad, these are unnatural. So if a person practices these things, yes, most of the deadly diseases, they are associated with what? With unnatural sexual activities. HIV. Still you cannot find a cure. It is the Almighty Allah who is controlling it. It's not the doctors, it's not the researchers, scientists. They cannot do anything about it. How many years before you find the HIV? There is no cure. Because He doesn't want it to be cured. Otherwise, Almighty Allah says, if He sends a disease, He sends the cure with it. But it is up to you. You have to find it. Huh? You have to find it. Initially there was smallpox. First no cure. Then how the human find it? It was there. It was there. But we couldn't see it. So same all these diseases, cancers even, they are associated with these wrong sexual activities. So I told you, early age at sex, but with multiple sexual partners. That's just the bad thing. Yes.
So this A6 and A7, both type HIV.
We are talking about the high risk. They are present in the high risk types, as E6 and E7. But all types of high risk types. Now, this is the sexual activity. This is a summary of all what we have done. Sexual activity leads to HPV exposure in the female. It affects the cervical transformation zone. It may affect the squamous cells. It may affect the columnar cells. But most commonly it affects the squamous cells, leading to squamous intraepithelial lesion, and then it can lead to low-grade lesions or high-grade, depending upon the virus. Low-grade or high-grade, it will lead to. Low-grade rarely leads to invasive carcinoma, but high-grade most of the times, along with other factors like smoking, oral contraceptive, high parenty, altered immune status, post gene alterations, and with time it leads to invasive squamous cell carcinoma. And it affects the columnar epithelium. It will lead first of all to the intraepithelial lesion, glandular intraepithelial lesion, leading to invasive adenocarcinoma. So not only it can cause invasive squamous cell carcinoma, it can also cause invasive glandular or adenocarcinoma. Okay, and this is what will happen. Population at risk. 75% of the population is at risk. They get exposed to HPV. Okay, this is a common virus. It means it is a common virus. 50% will get exposed. Out of these, 50% will get exposed to high risk HPVs. Out of these, 10% will have persistent high grade CIN, and only 1.3% will have the invasive carcinoma, and only 0.4% will die. But if you consider the whole, this 0.4% is also very high, isn't it? 0.4% is also very high.
Of the soul.
Huh? Squamous is very common. Squamous is very common. You know why? Go back. Now, what is the morphology? Fungating or exophytic. It grows outside into the lumen or infiltrate into the wall. Two types of growth. Either it goes outside into the lumen of the cervix or goes inside towards the wall. Microscopically, most common are squamous cell carcinoma, 80%. 80% of the cases are squamous cell, and 15% are adenocarcinoma. Okay, and rest of the 5% we have the adenosquamous, which is the mix, and a small cell neuroendocrine carcinoma. Okay, so most common squamous cell, followed by adenocarcinoma. In the squamous cell, what you will find? You will find the nests and tons of malignant squamous cells which will grow down into the cervix, which will invade the cervix. Okay, it may be keratinized or non-keratinized. Mostly we find non-keratinized. In adenocarcinoma, you will find glands which are malignant, which infiltrate the cervix. So I will show you the diagram. This is one of the fungating. So it is fungating, cauliflower-like fungating. Then the yellow mass that obscures, it fills the os. We have the os internal and external. So it is filling the os. So this is well differentiated squamous cell carcinoma. Can you see the nests of cells? These are squamous cells. Nests of cells, but these are keratinized. You have the keratin in center. Keratin. This is the keratin. Keratin pearl we call it. But this is not the common variety. Common variety, you will not find these keratin pearls in the center. Okay? You will find only the groups of cells. So in the surrounding tissue, you can find inflammation, like that. So these are nests of squamous cells which are showing keratinization. This is the keratinizing squamous cell carcinoma. This is the most common variety, 80% of the cases. This is the morphology again. Here you will find, this is the normal intact squamous epithelium. Here the carcinoma is arising and here there is ulceration. So carcinoma arises, goes down, invasive. Tumor goes down. Right.
To the wall.
Yeah. Going deep inside the wall. Yes? Yeah, this is the invasive. We are talking about invasive carcinoma. So it will break the basement membrane. Here, this is the basement membrane. This is intact. This is normal squamous epithelium. Here it is breaking and going down into the wall, infiltrating. This is the inflammation here, and these are the tumor islets.
Chronic inflammation.
How you stage? One is the grade. We give the grade to the carcinoma. Another is stage. Stage means how much it has spread beyond the surface. Stage 0. Stage 0 means carcinoma in situ. In almost all the cases, stage 0 means carcinoma in situ. So no confusion. Stage 1 means it is limited to the cervix only in the cervix. Stage 2 means it goes out of the cervix, but doesn't reach the pelvic wall. Okay, doesn't reach the pelvic wall. Yeah. Or it goes out of the cervix into the upper part of the vagina, not the lower part. Because stage 3 is the lower part. Okay? So it goes out of the cervix, doesn't reach the pelvic wall, doesn't go beyond the lower part of the vagina. Stage 3, it reaches up to the pelvic wall and goes into the lower part of the vagina. This is the spread.
Because definitely biology layer.
So because it is coming in the way. Yeah, I will tell you. Because I am not a surgeon, but still I will tell you something. Stage 4 is it has metastasized, gone to the distant side. When it is going to adjacent organs or going metastasis, you do not treat the patient as such for surgery. Most of the time, what you will do, you will give the chemotherapy or radiation. Because there is no fun in treatment. Sometimes you will resect some of the masses just to relieve the symptoms, but most of the time you do not touch the patient. Because metastasis means the patient is gone, only you can control it or you can prolong the life, by 6 months or 1 year, 1.5, depending on which type of cancer it is. So at the most 2 years, you can say. And stage 3, you were asking, what can be the treatment? What do you think, what can be the treatment? It has spread, it is going out and involving the upper part of vagina, lower part of vagina. The only thing what here you can do is remove the whole. It is called hysterectomy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think Vardhan's hysterectomy like that. So you have to remove the whole of ovaries, the fallopian tubes, everything. Everything you have to remove. Still there are chances that she will not survive.
Because of it is in the vagina.
Yeah? We will come to that. We will come to that. So treatment will differ depending upon the stage. So this is the peak age, 40 to 50 years. So if the person, now comes your question and the answer also. If she acquires the infection at 20 to 24 years, 40 to 50 years it is occurring. The peak age is 40 to 50 years. And mostly it is asymptomatic. you will find abnormal cells in the smears. But later on, with time, cervical cancer will lead to vaginal bleeding, dyspareunia. What is dyspareunia?
The Belgium
Dyspareunia. Dysuria. This. This. No. This means painful. Okay. So dyspareunia. Dyspareunia means first dysuria. Dysuria means painful micturition. During the micturition, there will be pain. Dyspareunia means painful sexual intercourse. Okay, painful sexual intercourse. Dyspareunia. Liguria, you know, whitish discharge from the cervix. Then white areas on colposcope, we have, you know, for examining the cervix, we have an instrument. Like endoscopy is there, we have colposcopes for examining the cervix. On the colposcope, if you apply dilute acetic acid, it will give white areas. If you have these, you know, cancer, it will give white areas. Dilute acetic acid through the colposcope. If you see a swelling, the gynecologist will apply dilute acetic acid. So if it is having a cancer, it will turn white in color. So then you have the idea. Then you take the biopsy and send it to the pathologist. So detection of CIN by the pap smear and their eradication by laser or cone biopsy is the most effective method of preventing the cancer, cervical cancer. So how do you prevent? You know everything about cervical cancer. You know how it is caused. It is caused by HPV. And HPV doesn't cause it overnight. It takes a long time, 20, 30 years. So there might be some processes, like it is progressing from mild dysplasia to moderate to severe, to carcinoma in situ, then to invasive. So it means it takes a long time. So you have to detect it. So you detect it early in the stage of CIN, maybe 1, 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. You detect it CIN 1 or CIN 2 or 3, you can erase it by laser. You apply the laser, khalas. Or you do a cone biopsy. It's like a cone. You take out a chunk of the cervix which is involved. So this way is the most effective, measure to prevent in future the survival. So you are removing that portion which is affected. If you remove it, less chances of getting the cancer. How much is the survival rate? 100% for microinvasive carcinomas and 50%, less than 50% for stage 4. So even if it is 100% is CIN 1, 2, 3, all 100%. Even microinvasion is there. It is 100% cure chances. So very good cancer. Huh? You can save it if you detect early. But once stage goes like stage 2, 3, 4, the survival chances decrease. Still it is less than 50% in the stage 4. So this finishes the cervix. Now the tumors are myometric. We will finish it and then I will take some break. Then we can decide what to do next. Tumors are myometric. In the myometry, what you find? Myometry. Which muscle? Smooth muscle. So smooth muscle tumors can be of 3 types. Okay, 3 types. One is leiomyoma, which is the benign. Leo means referring to smooth muscle. Okay, leiomyoma and leiomyosarcoma, which is the malignant. And there are some tumors which come in between, which are called smooth muscle tumors of uncertain malignant potential. Uncertain. You are not sure this is leiomyoma. You are not sure it is a full-fledged cancer.
They didn't figure out.
Yeah, they are kept in between, but you have to treat them cautiously. So uterine leiomyoma. These are the most common tumors in the female. So most common benign tumors are fibroids, and these are the most common benign tumors in the females. Most common benign tumor throughout the body of the female, affecting up to 30 to 50% of the females. Even a normal female can have leiomyoma, and she doesn't know. So most common benign tumor. These are more frequent in blacks than in whites. In blacks more. And this is the latest information regarding this MED12 gene. MED12 gene. So they have found in benign leiomyoma there is a mutation in the gene which is called MED12, MED12. Okay, in 70% of these cases. So very common. And one more thing is there that estrogen stimulate their growth. How we can say that? Because most of these leiomyoma after the menopause they will shrink, become decreased in size. And these leiomyomas most of the time they are not solitary, they are multiple, more than one. And they can be in many locations, like they can be intramural, within the muscle, submucosal, below the mucosa, or subserosal, below the serosa. I will show you the diagram. Can you see? This is the uterus which is cut open. This is the subserosal. This is the serosa. So this is below the serosa. Okay? Submucosal may be here. You know, below the mucosa. This is the mucosal line. This is below the mucosa. And here, this one or this one, we can say these are intramural, within the muscle. So depending upon the location, they are multiple most of the time. They can be within the muscle, intramural. They can be subserosal or they can be submucosal. So this is what you will find. They will be sharply circumscribed, firm grey-white masses with a characteristic whirled appearance, whirling appearance will be there. Microscopically you will find this. Spindle-shaped smooth muscle cells which will be uniform in size and shape. Okay? With oval nucleus. So these are spindle cells. Running in bundles or fascicles. But these are normal. Can you see any hyperchromasia, any variation? No. So these are more or less same in shape and size, uniform, having elongated and oval nuclei. This is what you will find. This again leiomyoma. Fascicles of plump spindle cells with cigar-shaped nuclei. Cigar. Now, what is the problem with these leiomyomas? Sometimes they are there, they will not cause any problem. The female is okay, fine for the whole of his life. She will not feel any difficulties, any problems. So what are the problems these leiomyomas can undergo? There can be degeneration within the leiomyoma. One is hyaline degeneration. Yes. There is hyaline degeneration, means there is deposition of hyaline-like material within the leiomyoma. Second is mucoid or myxomatous
The
degeneration.
hyaline from where?
From where?
From where this come?
It is automatically occurring in a leiomyoma. Hyaline degeneration automatically occurs. Mucoid degeneration means there will be mucoid substances within, or myxoid substance, or hyaline material. Hyaline material is, a pinkish sort of a material which gets deposited within the leiomyoma. Or there can be red degeneration in the pregnancy. It undergoes red degeneration. And there can be calcifications, okay? Calcium salts will get deposited, or it will undergo cystic changes. These are degenerative changes. If the leiomyoma remains there for a longer period of time, it will undergo degeneration. So these are the degenerative changes which can occur. But sometimes the pathologist can feel difficulty in diagnosing the leiomyomas. It is not that easy. Sometimes you can find leiomyomas which are very, very cellular. So you can think maybe it is a carcinoma, leiomyosarcoma. So in cellular leiomyomas you will feel the difficulty. There are some leiomyomas which are atypical, which have atypia, nuclear features of malignancy. But both these are associated with a low mitotic rate. Mitosis is very less. So I will tell you, but this is not a clear indication how you will diagnose it. When you will go to the leiomyosarcoma, there are definite criteria for diagnosis. So if it is not fitting, we will go into the leiomyoma or uncertain malignant potential tumors. So these are the two variants which are there. Second is, there is one more leiomyoma, which is called benign metastasizing leiomyoma. It metastasizes, okay, but it doesn't cause the symptoms of malignancy. It goes to various parts of the body, okay, but doesn't cause the symptoms of malignancy like loss of weight and other things. So this is benign metastasizing leiomyoma. Another is disseminated peritoneal leiomyomatosis. You will not only find in the uterus, but throughout the peritoneum, small leiomyomas. So there is the problem with the diagnosis, how you will diagnose it. But all these cases do not behave in a malignant fashion. They are benign, and their histology is benign, totally benign histology.
What does it mean, breast degeneration?
Which one?
Degeneration. What does it mean?
Degeneration means, with age, everything is, going down. Degeneration. I cannot say in Arabic what is the specific term for
Yeah,
degeneration.
we know, but he asks about red degeneration. Why red?
Red degeneration occurs in pregnancy.
What
It
is
occurs
red?
in pregnancy. It becomes red and more hemorrhagic because of the many changes, because there is more estrogen, more hormones are there. Maybe because of that. Leiomyosarcoma is the last thing. Okay. No. Only few rare patients will have this benign metastasizing leiomyoma. So they can have leiomyoma anywhere in the body. From the uterus, it will go from to the various parts, but these are benign. Last is the leiomyosarcoma. This is the malignant counterpart of leiomyoma. What you will find, the lesions will be big, bulky and polypoidal. And they will undergo hemorrhage, they will undergo necrosis. Okay? These are the qualities of the malignant lesions. Histologically, what you will find? They can be well differentiated.